Praise Yahuah, brothers and sisters. Praise the Most High. I'm coming before you today to ask you to continue to watch the We Win audios. There's a few videos. Because every time I hear them, I learn something new, and it encourages me and reminds me to keep my mind stayed on Yahuah. It reminds me to trust Him. Because according to Yeshayahu 26:3, those are the ones that He will give perfect peace. The ones who trust Him, the ones who keep their mind stayed on Him. All the audios and videos are about reminding us that we win in Yah. So it's been several months since I've done any work. And that's because I'm like, what else can I say? I've been saying we win in Yah. And it's true. And we have to have that in our heart and in our mind. We have to know that we win. So no matter what happens, even if we get shook in the beginning, we come back to our senses and say, we win in Yah. I win in Yah. Yah's going to turn this around for my good. For no weapon formed against me shall prosper. A little less than a month, 8 months ago, our country started changing. We're losing freedoms every day. People who are of evil intent are feeling emboldened. Some people don't feel safe. People are stripped of so much. It's not even the same country in less than 8 months. But we have to remember that it is written that the time of tribulation is coming. And it's going to happen all over this earth. All the inhabitants of the earth are going to experience it. There's going to be famines. There's going to be multitudes of deaths. There's going to be poisonous waters. There's going to be a mark that people are going to have to take if they want to buy and sell. There's a country right now that just recently announced that they're going to be doing the chip. I don't know if it's a chip, but some type of insert in people's bodies for identification. They'll no longer have to carry any identification around with them. And they're going to start with babies. It's going to be real soon. So even though our country is going through what it's going through, quickly snatching away all that we thought was decent and human and humane. Other countries are doing things also. And there's several leaders who seem to be more along the line of dictatorship. And it's all because of what has already been told us is going to happen. So we have to get the mindset that we win in Yah. The only way we're going to come out on top and endure to the end is that we know that we win, no matter how it looks. That's what's going to help us to endure to the end and not turn to any other force, any type of sustenance. We're going to always continue to hold on to Yah. So that's what this video is about, is encouraging you to listen back to the videos and the audios, even though I know that there's some that have some blunders in them. I shake my head when I hear them, and it's so embarrassing because I know I'm the author of that misspoken phrase. But I will say that it does not affect the entire message. It's just that one little, quirk there, and you just, get over it and go on and move on. Go ahead, laugh at me, whatever. Shake your head. Just stand in the gap for me and ask Yah to continue to favor me until I can get better at this and be a spokesman for Him. Because the enemy distracts. The enemy does things to try to take away from Yah. But when it's of Yah, he can't. Even though there's a trip, there's a fall. Even runners, when they run, they can't they could just go ahead and go up to the sidelines. But most of them get up and continue to run. I was watching a race today. And this girl fell at the start. And she got up, whether her knees were skint or her legs was hurting or whatever. And she ran and she caught up. She caught up with the first group of girls, and then she passed them and she caught up with the next group of girls. And this young lady ended up winning the race. And that's what we have to do. It's not how we begin, it's how we end, right? And so we have to endure to the end. And the only way we're going to endure to the end is for us to know that we're on the winning side. How do we stay on the winning side? We have to keep our mind stayed on Him. He said in Jehoshua 1, He told him that. He said, As I was with Musa, I'm going to be with you. No man's going to be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Meditate on this word day and night. And so that's what we have to do. We have to meditate on his word. We have to come to know him. And we'll come to know him, he'll know us. He says, my sheep know my voice, and another they won't follow. And then he also in Yahuah 10 also said a little bit further down that he knows his sheep by name. And Yeshayahu 45, maybe 43, he says the same thing, that he knows us by name. And then in 1st or 2nd Timothy, he said the same thing. So he's going to know us by us knowing him. And we know him. When we know him, we're going to keep his commandments. We're going to love him. Because he said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. So if you keep my commandments, must mean that you love me. So we have to get in a place that we're sold out and we're totally committed. So no matter what comes or goes, we're staying with Yahuah. Always remember that we win. Always remember to stay encouraged and in the state of courage. And if there wasn't any fear, we wouldn't have to have courage. We would just do it. So we have to, courage doesn't mean there's an absence of fear. It means that we don't give in to fear. We master fear. Fear is present. We overcome it so that we can do what it is that we have to do. Joel talks about Yahuwah's last day army, how victorious we are. Daniel talks about his people, y'all's people being taken over, but then he says we're going to possess the kingdom. His own 12 talks about how Yah has a place prepared for the woman and her remnant to go to, and how when the enemy comes against us like a flood, that he's gonna swallow up that flood. So we're going to be taken care of. But in order for us to endure to the end, we have to know we win. And that's what's good about the We Win audios. Not just because I made them. Because I'm telling you, I listen to them all the time. All the time. And like I said, it can be embarrassing for me to hear myself say some of the things I said, mess up and say things, but just had to move on. The message itself is not tainted by those little mistakes in there. And the enemy's always going to be tricking us. And sometimes it's our own selves. Sometimes it's pride or whatever. But we still can't let that stop us from doing what we have to do, right? So just be encouraged and know that we win. No matter what's happening, whatever country you're in, you have to know this is part of it all. We have been told that it's going to happen, and it is happening. And so we just have to endure till the end. Remember that we who dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And we can say of him that he is our refuge and our fortress, the one in whom we trust. Surely he will deliver us from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He'll cover us with his feathers, and under his wings shall we trust. His truth will be our shield and our armor, and will not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor for the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at our side, and 10,000 at our right hand, but it shall not come nigh us. It won't come near us, because only with our eyes will we behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because we set our love upon him, we set our love upon Yahuah. He will give his messengers charge over us to keep us in all our ways. They will bear us up in their hands, lest we dash our foot against a stone. To keep us from dashing our foot against a stone, from messing up, he'll keep us from dashing our foot against a stone. We shall tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shall we trample under feet. So no matter what comes our way, we're victorious. Because we've set our love upon him, he will deliver us, and he will set us on high because we've known his name. We shall call upon him, and he will answer us, and he will be with us in trouble, and he will deliver us and honor us, and with long life will he satisfy us and show us his salvation. So be encouraged. Know that you always win. We always win. We always win when we keep our mind stayed on him and we trust in him, and he will give us that perfect peace. It is written in Yeshayahu 26, verse 3. Read Daniel. We will possess the kingdom. Read his own 12. He has a place prepared for us. Though in his own it says that Satan will deliver some of us to prison, and we'll be there 10 days. But endure to the end. We have to endure to the end. We win. But we have to hear it repeatedly over and over again. We win. Because I know in the beginning, with this change that's taking place in this country, oh my goodness. Oh my. I found myself saturating myself with the news. And I was going to different news outlets, not just listening to one. And they all were saying the same thing except for one. All the others were showing the truth and the truth behind what was being said and done and what the intent of the new laws and everything are. But I have a Savior. I have a Master. And even though they're plotting and doing this and doing that, he's a greater plotter. He's already got their end already met out. Read Tahalim too. Why do they imagine a vain thing? He's going to have them in derision and he's laughing at them. And that's what we have to know. I think I will do an audio on that. He did have me. I did already gather those verses on that to show how he's ready for them. He's ready for them. Also, I also heard too that these wealthy people, and I heard this years and years ago and didn't think much of it, but saying it again, it seems like they've even, because I've heard where people were freezing, looking into freezing their bodies because they don't want to die, but they're doing all type of scientific things, wanting to live forever. They ain't going to escape the damnation that's coming their way for the evil they've done here. Fret not ourselves because of evildoers. They're going to spread themselves like a green bay tree. Look again and they won't be around. So, anyways, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to encourage you to listen to the We Win audios often. Just remind yourself and build yourself up on that. Build yourself up on knowing that we win. We win. We need to know that. We need to know that we win. Because, there's so many distractions. And there's so many awful things happening in this world that if we listen to too much of that stuff, we will only remember that we win. We'll feel defeated. We can't be feeling defeated. Talk to you soon. Well, maybe. Hopefully. Can't promise. But I will see about getting that together with those different verses where he's talking about how Rambo didn't have nothing on him and whoever else, the other fighters or soldiers or warriors or whatever. No, he's greater than them all. So until next time, you stay encouraged and stay in the state of courage. The state of overcoming all the time. But we're more than conquerors through him. I love you, brothers and sisters. I think of you all the time, or quite often. I won't say all the time, quite often, and hope everyone is doing well and continue to fight the good fight of faith. Listen, 1,000 are going to fall at our side and 10,000 at our right hand. One day, I would say within 2024 probably, he showed me how that doesn't necessarily mean physically fall, but even spiritually fall. And I think in Timothy it says that there's going to be a falling away. So we don't want to be among them. The only way we can not be is stay in the Word and talk with people who are talking positiveness, speaking life, speaking choose you this day whom you will serve. And if we're serving Yahuah, that's life. That's hope. I'll talk to you soon. I really hope you will listen to more and more of the We Win audio so you can stay encouraged. And I know there's others who are doing the same thing, I'm sure, because Yahuah doesn't just always have just one person doing something. He does not do things like that. So hopefully you have found other people who are also talking about our victory. I haven't yet, but hopefully I will. I mean, I don't have a problem listening to my audios, not just because it's me. Believe me, it's not because of me, because it's based on the word. And I hear things I didn't hear before. I think I've already said that. And even some things are just encouragement, remind me of things. But we need to have more and more people talk about the victory that is ours, because we're going to need each other to encourage each other. So stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. All praises be to the Most High. You hear the lawnmower outside? Oh my. Pretty soon it's going to be all dark and dreary. I really like this summer just because of the long hours of sunlight. It's dark out there now because it seems like it's going to rain. Isn't it so sad? They spray stuff from the skies. So our air pollution is awful. The food we eat is tainted. Some of it's not even really food. People we're supposed to be able to trust. Can't trust. Well, we're not supposed to put our trust in the arm of man, though, are we? According to Jeremiah 17. Cursed is the man who trusts in the arm of man. But you know what I mean. Doctors can't even be trusted. Teachers, nobody. So that's why we got to be in good with Yah. So I will talk to you soon. Hopefully. Please stay encouraged. Stay strong. Stay strong. And hopefully some of y'all will comment. Maybe some of y'all will like some of the messages. But I know the views are low. So I know people aren't watching the audios and listening to the audios, watching the videos, but maybe one time. And you know what? Not everybody's the same type of learner I am. I'm the type of learner that the more I hear something, the more it gets embedded in me. So maybe y'all are good. Just remember, if you don't go back and listen to another one, that we win in Yah. Get that ingrained. You don't have to come back and listen to we win. You really don't. If you got it in you and you know it, you're good. Until next time, stay encouraged and remind yourself and other believers that we win in Yahuah.